think there's. I'm gonna be honest. I think that Fred wins this shit.
Uh, I'm rooting for him, you know. I'm gonna be honest, kind of trying to stay out of it. Uh, got the marshals breathing down our necks, yada yada. Um, I don't know. This is something that I talked to Maxwell about, and it's something that I'm noticing, right? Like behaviors, like patterns of behavior within the PD. So the marshals are doing this whole audit thing right now. And, you know, when I first became chief, the whole attitude problem, whole people being to each other, I tried to stomp that out pretty quickly. Um, and like kind of redirect the people in command to like a more positive and training focused approach rather than like you messed up, here's 5 daps. And I have noticed that in like you look at Jimmy Frost's command reports, they're all kind of insane. Like he's like I know you don't like cricket, but cricket had a processing error.
No, I talked to Cricket. I talked to Cricket.
Okay, but
And
hear
yes,
me out. Hear me out. So in this report, it states that cricket had a processing error, and Jimmy Frost
Cricket's
responds,
cool now.
and
We're cool with
he's
Cricket
like,
chat. We're cool
he
with
should be
Cricket.
issued 3 DAPs. If he just owned up to it, maybe it would have been one. And I'm kind of like, 3 DAPs for a processing error? Like, what are what the are you on? Um, and then I saw like 2 more reports where he's like 3 to 4 DAPs for this negligence, and I'm just kind of like, and then that whole master list shit. Um, I think, and I talked to Maxwell a bit about this, and Maxwell kind of confirmed this, that people are currently posturing and setting themselves up because they think that we are going to be removed.
Okay. Are you
And
saying demote Jimmy Frost?
no, but what I'm saying is
At
that
some
I
point,
think
I gotta tell you what I'm about to say to chat.
that this whole witch hunt shit that the marshals are doing right now, you know, um, is kind of enabling this sort of these like bad behaviors to come back because people think that like, well, they're probably not going to be around for long, so I can just go back to my old ways or whatever, or sort of trying to position themselves like Maxwell was talking a lot about it with Viv and like her being up the Marshall's asses.
Dude,
Because like
Chance, you're fine,
I would bet
bro.
money that like Viv wants
Chance,
to be chief of police.
you're fine.
That's what she's always wanted. And I understand where she's coming from. She was dealt a really like terrible hand. Um partially her own fault to be fair, but she was promised something and then it was taken away from her, and I don't think she's ever
I
let
don't
that
think she
go.
was promised it.
I thought she was.
Nino told me she wasn't promised it.
Okay.
I
Well, she
don't know.
thought she thought she was going to get it and she didn't get it. And understandably she feels some kind of way about it. And here's the thing where the point that I'm trying to get to. With BCSO and Pred, the Marshals and us, is that people kind of jump on this train of thinking that things are going to be one way and they start acting a certain way, and then um you know if things don't work out in their direction or their way, um there's kind of all this fallout that happens from it because oopsie daisy, I kind of, people have to kind of backtrack, you know what I mean, or they tend to like act out even more because they've kind of fucked themselves over. isn't
Yeah,
showing
that's my
cards.
backseating. I don't really want to get involved in that shit. That fell. I appreciate it though.
So right now, I'm just looking and I'm seeing all these little snakes that are coming out of the grass because of all this shit.
I'd rather just react. I think we need. I'm going to be honest. We need to start demoting people. And if we don't do it now, it's not going to happen in the future. Pred brings up a great point. At this point, I think we've been trying to operate since the beginning. We've tried to be fair and get people's respect. But the reality is, it's better to be feared than it is respected. And this situation where people are doing this shit with the grass and they're being passive aggressive and they're doing this shit, the honest to God truth, I think we need to call the Marshals bluff. And then I think if they try to intervene, that's when we need to ultimately step forth and move forward with an impeachment process on Angel via what what the literal Constitution says, and then her misquoting it to give the Marshals the power they have.